Hello YouTube people, today I will show you yet another watch that I like very much. I will tell you some very good things about this watch, some pretty bad things which could be potential deal breakers. I will try my best to squeeze in some 20mm straps into this stupid odd 19mm lug width to show you how it looks. And you know, let's just have a chat about this watch. First of all, let's chat about the obvious thing, about yellow dial, about this cream dial. I have read plenty of comments on Reddit and I saw that many people don't like this watch because of this yellow dial. And you know, let me tell you something. The way this watch looks like in pictures and in video is a little bit different from what it looks like in real life. So let me try a little bit to describe it. It's not just a little bit faded yellow or just, I don't know, some beige color. You know, this is a pretty good saturation having vanilla color. I don't know how well to describe it, but it's like, looks very sweet vanilla and it's glossy finish. So let me, you know what, let's play a little bit with light. Let's turn off one light. You know, I really want to show you how this yellow dial looks like. So let's turn off another light. I don't know, maybe at certain angle you will catch a glimpse of how it really looks like, so you would like it. Because let me tell you what, if you are on a fence and you are a little bit not this indecisive, should you buy it or not, just trust me, buy this watch. If you're afraid of this yellow dial but you kind of want it but you're not sure, go for it. Man, this watch in person looks just incredible. This watch, not only this yellow looks very rich, very sophisticated, very elegant, but also at certain angles those shiny indexes and hands just pop out through the crystal. It's just amazing. And this crystal, look at this. This is sapphire crystal with very beautiful blue anti-reflective coating. I don't know if you can see that, but that blue coating is rather strong. It gives off rather strong bluish tint, and I really like that. That bluish tint works really well on this yellow dial together with this blue second hand. This watch is just something else. This is one of those rather special watches that I take out of the box and I just don't even know what to say. I wear this watch out for several days and I still just captivated by the beauty of this watch. It's like, you know, I'm sitting by PC doing something, thinking about something, and my eyes just catch this shiny thing on my wrist and I notice that I just lose what I was thinking about. I just keep looking at this watch. It's like hypnotizing, and I'm just looking at this watch and just chill, relax, slow down. That's how this watch affects me. It calms me down. It's beautiful in a very calming, comforting way, this watch. It's just so nice. You know, in person, in real life, I'm telling you, don't be afraid of this yellow color. I don't understand why so many people don't like it, but I don't know, to my eyes, this is just something else. It's a very special looking watch. And what are the specifications of this watch? Well, according to my measurements, the diameter of this watch is 36.9mm, so it's a pretty small watch. Lug to lug is just 46.1mm, so it's pretty short as well. And the thickness of this watch is 11.5 millimeters, but sapphire crystal is sticking out quite a bit. And if I try my best to measure this watch without sapphire crystal, I get about 8.5 millimeters. But also the bezel itself is rather thick in comparison to the case, and the case has very good separation, visual separation from the bezel, and the case itself is even slimmer. So that's why this watch actually appears to be even slimmer than that. This watch looks very elegant, very classy. It's like, it has this vibe of a stealth valve, I would say. It's not shouty, it's not asking for attention, but it's obviously something special. It's just obvious that this watch is just something special. And you look carefully, and you also see the sweeping seconds hand. It's just, man, this is just nice. And on top of all that, I paid only about 52 euros, I believe, for this watch, or 55, I don't remember. And it has sapphire crystal, screw down crown, screw down case back, and 100 meters of water resistance. And because this watch has quartz movement, which means I can throw this watch around basically carelessly, I can wear this watch while even working with something like a chainsaw or angle grinder. It doesn't matter, because it's a quartz watch. It's not afraid. It's also not gonna scratch easily because of sapphire crystal. It's just amazing watch, man. For this amount of money, you get a lot of watch. It's just insane. Not only it looks great, but specifications are also just very good. It sounds like I'm just trying to sell you this watch. So let me tell you some bad things, and let's begin with this bracelet. Well, it has solid links, solid end links, yet somehow it looks, feels and sounds like a cheap bracelet of a Casio. It looks cheap because gaps, these gaps are very narrow. As you see, these gaps are very narrow, but between first link and second link, gaps are big. So that inconsistency makes it look cheap. That just doesn't look nice. Okay, and whenever you have this watch on your wrist, you just always, on the side view, you always see this gap which just doesn't come together very nicely. So that's why it looks a little bit cheap. Another thing is that whenever I put this watch on my wrist or take it off, this bracelet is pretty sharp. It has some sharpness, and not only that, those other gaps are pretty narrow enough to catch my hair and squeeze. They catch hair and squeeze and pull my hair. That just doesn't feel nice. Also, it sounds cheap. It has this very tinny sound. It just doesn't sound nice. So, but for this price point, I'm just showing you what I can find negative. It's not like a major problem. Clasp on this watch has plenty micro adjustments. It's very beautiful clasp, and is not as sharp as you might think for the given price point. It's actually alright, even without gloves, obviously. It's not bad. So another bad thing about this watch is that all Addiesdive watches have this engraving on a case back, which usually is, well, reasonably sharp, I would say, but on this watch it is exceptionally sharp. This engraving is surprisingly sharp. I will have to finish it off with a sandpaper, I'm afraid. It just doesn't feel nice. But before we talk about a major bad thing on this watch, let's take a good look, since I have already set the camera to show you this watch up close. Let's just take a good look around. How good it looks like. Look at this dial. Well, it looks fairly realistic color-wise right now, as I see on camera screen. I like this color. It doesn't look like just faded out yellow, just something cheap. No, it looks nice. It looks very classy. This color. I also take a good look at the case. I really like the shape of this case. It's so slim. looks good. Looks real good. Nice engraving on the crown. Yeah, a bracelet is a little bit of a letdown, but you know, at this price point, complaining about bad bracelet is just, I don't know, strange. Whenever I buy a watch at this price point, I just buy a watch and I don't even think about what it comes on, what kind of strap, what kind of bracelet. I just don't even care. But with this watch, it's another problem a little bit, is that this watch comes with 19mm lug width, and that's a major problem for me. You know how much I like playing with watches with custom straps, and that is just, quite a big compromise. It's a good watch, good specifications, good price, but man, 19mm lug width, that's just disappointing to be honest. Well, you can definitely squeeze in some 20mm nylon straps in those 19mm lugs, but it ain't gonna look right, because you're always gonna see that the strap it's not fitting right. And secondly, this style of a watch, I think it doesn't look right on a nylon strap. This watch is just too classy, too elegant to be put on a nylon strap. I don't know, if you like it, you do whatever you want, but I wouldn't put this watch on a nylon strap. Even on a brown strap like this, it still doesn't look right. It just doesn't match this watch. This watch, come on, this watch is just too classy to be put on something like that. Brown color looks good with this dial, but this style of a strap, I'm afraid it just doesn't match this watch very well. This is black leather strap, very cheap one, 20mm, and I don't care damaging this one and squeezing those ends, you know, to fit into this lug width. But man, this watch on a leather strap looks just so good. It looks correct, it looks right, it looks, you know, full beauty of this watch only visible on a leather strap, in my opinion, like that. Yeah, it looks good now. Except 20mm lug width, 20mm strap squeezed into 19mm lug width. It's actually noticeable. You think it's just 1mm, but every time you look at the watch, all you're gonna see is just squeezed strap. Ain't gonna look nice, but just for the video, yeah, this is beautiful. This is coffee brown leather strap, very old, which I should have thrown away a long time ago, and because of old age, this leather strap actually shrunk in size a little bit. So even though it was 20mm, right now it's actually 19. So that's the only strap that I have that actually fits this watch correctly, but it's so beaten up, it's so bad. So anyway, I think coffee brown leather strap looks just perfect on this watch. This yellow dial on this color strap is just amazing. Looks wonderful. That's how Addiesdive should have sold this watch, on a leather strap like this, coffee brown. Hell yeah. That stupid bracelet is just not right for a watch like this. Leather strap, yeah, that's the answer. What's the end note for this watch? Well, all I can say is that I'm gonna be waiting for version 2 of this watch. I really hope Addiesdive fixes major mistake and makes this watch on 20mm lug width. And secondly, I see this watch has huge potential. Many people love the style of this watch. They just hate this yellow dial. So Addiesdive should release multiple colors. I wish to see very dark green, almost black dark green, almost black dark blue, obviously black and white, and all glossy finish. and just put this watch on a proper nice leather strap. Forget the bracelet, just put it on a nice leather strap. And that's it. Version 2 would sell like crazy, I believe, if they would release multiple colors and 20mm lug width. I would be the first client. I would buy one straight away. This watch is wonderful. You know, I was debating where should I put this watch on my website, thomaswatchreviews.com, where I rate watches into different tier lists. And I was debating, should it go into keepers or not bad? But what has saved this watch from not bad is sapphire crystal. If this watch had mineral, it would go into not bad, but because it has very good specifications for this price, and it looks just wonderful, it looks incredible. I really love the look of this watch, and the price is very good, so I'm gonna put this watch into keepers. It's still a very enjoyable watch. You know, if you really like this watch, buy it, and buy together some kind of a coffee brown leather strap of 19mm. Buy it good, buy it a little bit expensive, put it on this watch, and you're gonna have a wonderful watch. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.